made it. Let's do it. Hey, g'day guys. So today, it's the first in a new series of vids that I'm going to start doing every Friday. I'm going to do an ASX review, what's been going on. I'm going to look at the top 5 stocks for the week and the worst 5 stocks for the week, and also look a little bit more in depth at a couple of those stocks. Now today is going to be a fairly brief one. I'm still getting things organized, but we'll go through it, and hopefully this vid over the coming months will evolve into, who knows, but I've got a few ideas for it, so we'll see how we go. So here we are, the ASX review for the 11th of October. Actually, first I should mention the LA Dodgers. My baseball team are out. It's all over. They had such an awesome year, and the first hurdle, they got knocked out by a team that they should have beaten. So baseball's over for the year, which is very sad. Anyway, we battle on. Okay, so the ASX review, 11th of October 2019. This week, the XJO, which is the top 200 stocks, the ASX 200, was up 1.38%. Yeah, quite a decent week, coming off a bit of weakness last week. Obviously, there's still a bit of worry around with Trump and just the trade war and how the new landscape is going to settle, and where Australia fits in that. I mean, we need China, but we also need to stay friends and trade partners with America as well. So I guess that's the worry. We're sort of stuck in the middle a bit, and you don't want to come to a point where we have to choose sides, because we'll probably have to choose America, but is that going to be the best for us going forward economically anyway? So anyway, that's where we're at the moment, and I just sort of have a belief that it'll all get sorted, and we'll look back in a few years and we probably won't be worrying so much about it. But I may be wrong. It is Trump. So anyway, this week the market was up 1.38%. The top 5 gainers, CUV, Clinuvel, was up 41.43% to $36.80. PNV, I don't know a lot about them. I think they're a biotech company. They were up 18%. Silver Lake Resources, SLR, up nearly 12%. Hub 24, an interesting one. I want to look at them a bit more closely, actually. But they're up about 7.5% this week. The Hub 24 are like a fintech. They've got a platform that banks and superannuation funds and I think stockbrokers can use. So maybe an interesting one to look at. So they were the 5 top gainers. Clinuvel Pharmaceuticals, this was a story in the Financial Review a couple of days ago on the 9th of October. They surged, their share price surged obviously up 60% in a day when they got FDA approval for their treatment, what's it called, announced for skin, I don't even know how you say it, but anyway, it's a treatment for a skin disease that causes extreme sensitivity to light. So they did really well. They have come back a little bit since then, but they've still had obviously a very solid week. I'm not really into these biotech companies, so I just generally stay away from them because they're so hit and miss. But obviously, if you're on it or you know more about it, then these could be one to get on or to follow at least. That was Clinuvel. That's why they had such a good week. The other one that I was talking about was Hub 24. Now, as you can see, their quarterly inflows of 1.23 billion has almost doubled from the last quarter. So that's pretty impressive. They're a company that I do want to put a bit of time into over the coming few days, and just see if there's something that I could hold. Again, I haven't looked at them as of yet, but very interesting. The story is quite interesting, and the market is quite interesting that they're involved with. So yeah, Hub 24 may be one to look at. The top 5 losers, the biggest loser for the week was Flight Centre, down 10.5% to 41.60. RSG is Resolute, that was down 10.36%. SDA, that's that Steadfast. I did do a little look at them not too long ago, but they were down about 10%. Harvey Norman and AMP down again. They're unbelievable, that company. $1.61. I actually sold those shares many years ago for, I think it was $23. It was something like that. It was definitely in the 20s, I'm pretty sure. And I got them for nothing at the time. I only had maybe 400 of them. But yeah, $1.61 and still declining. Unbelievable. Flight Centre, the reason they had a bad week was because they had a profit downgrade warning that, what did they say, spooked US travellers. Downbeat Australian trading conditions and higher wages contributed to travel outfit Flight Centre issuing a profit warning on Wednesday. The warning smashed Brisbane-based Flight Centre travel shares by more than 11%, down $5.53 to $41.67. That was on Wednesday. So that was the reason for them. The reason I started doing these vids as well and looking at the top 5 and bottom 5 is I want to follow them over the next few weeks and see how they do respond, see if there's any patterns there that may provide opportunities. But I just thought I'll pick out a few over the time. And as I said, see if there's any patterns emerging for a stock that has a bad week, whether it continues to, whether this is just the start of bad news for Flight Centre, or whether it's just a blip on the radar. And like I say, that may be random and there may be no pattern, but we'll find out together. The other one this week, AMP. Now, there was plenty of stories to choose from about AMP this week. One of them that they're merging their banking and wealth management units together. Pretty much everything AMP does turns to shit, and it has done since I can remember. I did a video, I don't know when it was, maybe a year ago, about the 3 worst stocks on the ASX, and AMP was in that vid. Made my top 3. It's just a dog of a stock. I wish I had been short all those years. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll turn around one day. So that's this week. The coming week, Aussie unemployment figures are out on Thursday, so they will be interesting to see. Obviously, confidence is quite low. The consumer confidence figures that have been coming out have been terrible lately, which is interesting. Probably, I really think declining house prices have a lot to do with that. When people are losing money on their house, they feel poor and they just lose confidence. So interesting. Anyway, so unemployment figures out Thursday. Obviously, the US China trade talks continuing, going well apparently. We'll see how they go. And next week, the Chinese economic growth quarterly figures are out, so that will be interesting to see as well. But the Chinese story is a long one. I wouldn't be assessing too much over quarterly figures out of China. I think that's all I've got. It is. Okay. So that is my first weekly review of the ASX. As I said, we'll do it every Friday from now on. I'll try and have the vid up by about, I'm thinking about 5:30, 6 o'clock Perth time. What's Perth? GMT plus 8. So what? I guess is it daylight saving? It must be daylight saving now. So that would be about 8:30 to 9 o'clock over in the eastern states and wherever else in the world you may be watching from. You can work it out. Yeah. So yeah, around 5:30 to 6 o'clock Perth time, I will have it up every week. That's my aim anyway. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you very soon.